This is Keto Bostock. If you don't know what it is, stay tuned. Two of my favorite chefs are Martha Stewart and Anna Olson, and they both do Bostock. And I was watching a cooking program the other day and they were making Bostock. Now, Anna Olson calls it Bostock and Martha Stewart calls it Bostock. So take your pick. By the way, hi and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, however, do take a look around, and if you love our recipes, consider subscribing and hit that notification bell so you know when I post a new recipe. So what is Bostock? Bostock is a beautiful sweet breakfast on bread, and traditionally we use a brioche slice. So the brioche slice is toasted first, and then we add a layer of sugar-free jam because, you know, we're on keto, so we do sugar-free. Then we add frangipane, which is actually an almond custard. Then garnish with sliced almonds and bake it in the oven so it all comes together. It sounds so good. This is also a great recipe if you have purchased bread that you hate the taste of, and you know, instead of throwing it away, you can mask the taste of that bread. This all sounds fabulous, right? Let me show you how to make it. Add 160 grams or 1 cup of mixed berries to your pan. Then 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of lemon juice. And lastly, equal amount to the berries, which is 160 grams of powdered sweetener. You want to cook your jam on medium to low, giving it a stir occasionally. At the moment, I'm just combining all the ingredients until they are fully combined. You can see here I've combined all my ingredients, but it actually is still really liquidy. So turn up the heat, and turning up the heat is going to allow this to reduce. That means it's going to thicken up. My jam is ready now, and I've just turned off the heat. It took me about 13 minutes cook time total to get it to this stage, and you're going to have to gauge that depending on how high you have your heat. As it cools, it's going to thicken up beautifully. Add your sugar-free keto mixed berry jam to a bowl. And at this point, you can decide to leave your jam as is if you like bits of fruit in there. It looks amazing already. You can also use an immersion blender or pop it in the NutriBullet if you prefer a smooth jam. If you find that your jam has thickened up too much, you can add a bit of water and then just judge the consistency as you stir as well. Add 90 grams or 3/4 of a cup of almond flour to a bowl, then 70 grams or 1/3 of a cup of powdered sweetener. Just going to give that a quick mix to incorporate those two ingredients. That's pretty good. Next, add 1 egg at room temperature, 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract, 1 teaspoon or 5 grams of vanilla. Lastly, 75 grams or 5 tablespoons of unsalted butter at room temperature, and this has been melted in the microwave then cooled. And finally, we're going to mix this until fully combined. And that's what your frangipane looks like when it's ready. Set your oven to 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 170 degrees Celsius. Now I'm cutting up 6 slices of my beautiful keto brioche loaf, and if you want a link to this recipe, here it is now. I recently baked a keto brioche loaf and it's now a day old, so I sliced them up and lightly toasted it. And to assemble our Keto Bostock, you would firstly add a layer of sugar-free jam to your slices. Next, add the frangipane. Here's mine all done. I just used a piping bag to get it on there, but you can spoon it on totally. It's still gonna melt a bit in the oven. And now some slices of almonds. This is the last step, by the way, before it goes in the oven. Now bake your Keto Bostock for 12 minutes. And this is what your Keto Bostock looks like straight out of the oven. I just had a taste of this and it's absolutely delightful. I really hope you get to make it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and be well.